the Nigerian controversies in Africa. Most of countries in Africa really have a lot to say about Nigerians. Why do you think this is going on? Because it's only Nigerians that will complain about in Guinea. It's only Nigerians that will complain about in Ghana, in Kenya, in South Africa, in Togo. Even when you talk outside Africa, like in India, like we talked about on our previous, what we talked about. So like in India, like in Libya, another place in Africa, why is it like every time they talked about Nigeria in that way? Why?
Yeah,
when this all started?
That narrative is correct. Every time you hear this about Africa, Nigeria is always in the news.
Yeah, for sure.
And we have said it before. The only credible business that we have now in Nigeria is entertainment, notably music. Every other thing, apart from that, we are not in the good news. However, we should be in the good news when we talk about medical science. Nigerians are there. In Europe, in US, Nigerians are doing well in medical science. Doctors, nurses, we are there. Academics, Nigerians are there. But the bad ones are the ones giving the good ones the bad name. There are many places I have seen application for just Nigerians do not apply. See the influence one person, Hush Puppy, has on Nigerians. The whole of Nigerians. There's no medical doctor in the world that is as popular as Hush Puppy.
Medical doctor.
There's none. No, there's none. There's none.
I understand.
There's none.
It will be very hard.
How many sportsmen in Nigeria today is as popular as Hush Puppy?
You're right.
So these people are just ubiquitous for nothing good. Application for employment, Nigeria should not apply. If you go to dating site, you say beware of Nigeria and beware of Ghana.
Are we bad to that extent?
We are not bad to that extent, but the branding problem we have is that we don't do the right branding. The only person that really wanted to work on branding Nigeria was late Dora Akunyili when he was the minister of, I think, external affairs. He really wanted to do the branding of Nigeria. But even Nigerians, we ourselves, we have even lost hope
for the rebranding of Nigeria.
There was no encouragement. The lady finally, Nigeria, we have said this before, our achievements now are on individual basis. No, it's not on governmental basis.
So why do the other African countries don't like us? Why did they hate us?
One, okay, let's start from South Africa. Xenophobia.
Yeah.
They said Nigerians are taking over their businesses. Nigerians are enterprising. They are hardworking everywhere they went. Everywhere they go, they are enterprising, they are hardworking, they are visionary. That is one. Two, Nigerians are spenders. Wherever Nigerians go, they spend money. And that is one of the reasons why South African men hate Nigerian men. They say, whenever they come to the scene in a relationship, they take their girlfriends away. Because they spend a lot of money for this girl. So
is it true that we take their girlfriends?
That's
their wife. That's what they say.
No, we are hardworking and we spend. We said Nigerians are lavish when it comes to spending. So we can do that easily. That is one. Two, we have talked about Ghana-Nigeria market issues.
Yeah.
There are a lot of Nigerians in Ghana doing businesses.
A lot of population of them.
A lot of population of them. And this is becoming a threat. Because Nigeria can risk anything. We can take risk. We can take risk, especially when we go out. And we have a large number of Nigerians outside the country trying to fend for themselves. No, when you go out to fend for your family, to fend for yourself, you work harder than you should do.
Yeah.
So that is...
You put in all the best.
All the best. This is another thing. And some other countries, out of envy,
they don't like it.
They don't just like Nigerians. Why is it only Nigerians every time?
Because this is what I don't understand. Like Cameroon was part of Nigeria after the amalgamation of Nigeria.
Yes.
Cameroon was part of Nigeria before the independence of Nigeria. Truly, we have a lot of issues between the Cameroonians and Nigerians. If you go to after Calabar down and you're going straight to Cameroon, you have the Anglophone Cameroon,
yes,
and you have the Francophone Cameroon.
Yes.
The Anglophone Cameroon could have been part of Nigeria, but they later accepted and merged up with the Francophone Cameroon. But now, because of the crude oil on the Bakasu Peninsula and everything going on, there is a lot of issue between Nigeria and Cameroon, which I don't even know where it comes from as a Nigerian. We've seen a lot of Nigerian musicians being expelled from Cameroon, like Naira Marley, like other Africans too, other musicians too, like Tenny, the Tenny show, Naira Marley shows, a lot of other shows. And in Ghana, that we have this, strong relationship. We can talk from the Biafran days, when the Biafran issue was up, the civil war in Nigeria. Major General Hankra from Ghana, the leader of Ghana at the time, called Gowon and called Ojukwu to Aburi, the Aburi Convention, when they have the debate of how to settle and and bring the civil war in Nigeria at the time to to a better realm. So this country that have been with us while we having issue with them, but now on social media a lot of Ghanaians insult Nigerians. Now we don't even get along like we used to before. We'll be talking about best of this, best of in jollof rice, best in everything. So why do you think all this is the rivalry is coming?
To me, that is still part of branding. You know how much Nigeria spent for the independence of South Africa? Do you know how many musicians work song for the freedom of South Africa?
From Nigeria.
From Nigerian artists. Sunny Okosun, all of them, many of them, when South Africa was under apartheid. But because we did not position ourselves, give it to America.
We do not brand ourselves well.
There is no way a country like America will invest so much in a country like South Africa, they will not benefit anything. We just did what we did, like we are brothers. We did not stamp our feet. I never expected South Africa to do that to Nigeria.
What about Ghana and Cameroon?
In case of,
let's say, South Africans, they knew. Maybe some of them don't even know what Nigeria did. But what about Cameroon that was part of us? And Ghana, that's our brothers now. Everybody insulting Nigeria. Why, my brother? Why? Why Ghana? Is it because of the issue that we had in the Shagari era? Let's talk about it. Is it because of that?
The Ghana must go era.
I don't like to say Ghana must go because now they have Nigeria must go too. Is it because of it? Is it because of it? Now when you talk about Ghana on YouTube, a lot of people come out and don't say nothing about Ghana, you Nigerian. Why?
In the western part of Nigeria, the most formidable countries are Ghana and Nigeria. In the West Africa today, the most formidable countries are Ghana and Nigeria. Nigeria has a massive population. Ghana does not have that much. Nigeria has so much wealth that we shouldn't be talking of poverty in Nigeria.
Okay.
And Nigerian leaders, to me, are among the worst in Africa.
I know, but why is Ghana, is Ghana hating on Nigeria?
Now, Nigeria will emigrate to Ghana, and we want to take over the market in Ghana.
Okay, that's one.
So of course, they will need to fight back.
Yeah.
They will need to protect their identity, because the impression will be that as you have spoiled your country, don't come and spoil this place.
Yeah.
It's natural.
It's the truth.
It's the truth. It's natural. If we too know some other countries, for example, if countries like Niger or Sudan that we believe we are better than are populating Nigeria, we need to check them. Even in Nigeria before, there was a time a governor in Lagos State had to take some people, Nigerians, put them in truck and go and dump them in some other places. In another area. Right. Because he believed they are constituting nuisance to his state. Yes, that is a threat to his state. I can't work out in my state and you will take the resources of my state. My indigenous will not get benefit. No, go back to your place. So this is natural. If a country is protecting our citizens, it is natural. What I don't want to hear or listen to do stereotyping, say every Nigerian must go, every Nigerians are bad. No, there are good Nigerians.
And there are bad Nigerians.
There are bad ones. Yeah, fish out the bad ones. We have mentioned here how Nigerians, 3 of them were involved in kidnapping and they are in jail. We condemn it, put them in jail. But the good ones, And again, if you look at it critically, all this hatred, all this deportation, they are not deporting the good ones. I've not heard any medical doctors being deported. I've not heard of any lawyer being deported. I've not heard of any businessman being deported. There are always people who are doing one thing or the other, or who don't have any defined business doing.
They don't even have no assistance.
Since they have been denying people visa in countries, even Europe, they are looking for lawyers, and they are looking for medical doctors from Nigeria. I'm
surprised the biggest medical doctor in Congo and Gabon is a Nigerian, and you never see them deport people like that when they talked about deportation.
National University in Lesotho, Nigeria was their first chancellor till maybe 3-4 years ago.
Wow.
Why is it that they will not deport that man? They will not deport people of value. It is people that are looking around, don't have specific thing, no value to the economy. They are parasites to the economy. Those are the people they will deport.
Okay. So
when they say they are hating Nigeria, they are the low caliber, not too useful people there. They are deporting. They are deporting.
Okay. So my people, this is what we talked about on AfricaUnitytv with King Idris, and I can see Mr. Steve Ade has already give us the insight on, the advantage of, prolific unification between African countries, and how we can safeguard and protect ourselves and stick together for the future growth of other African countries, because the division and the divide and conquer won't be the same case, and it's not even the answer for us as African children. So my brother will be going to the next one. We'll be talking about